On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Boast.
To talk about someone's accomplishments, wealth, or abilities excessively with undue pride and self-satisfaction.
Examples:
Boast of his success. Boast a long history. This town boasts a national park.
Annoy.
To make someone angry, anxious, or irritating slightly.
Examples:
Annoy at the time. Annoy everyone else. Her constant chatter was starting to annoy the neighbors.
Compliment.
An expression of praise, admiration, or approval, a polite or flattering statement intended to make someone feel good.
Examples:
A backhanded compliment. Accept a compliment. Her compliment made my day. I felt so competent and appreciated.
Insult.
A remark or action that causes offense or disrespect. Verb, to treat, mention, or speak to rudely.
Examples:
An intentional insult. Insult each other. His insult toward her was unacceptable and resulted in his being fired.
Unfortunately.
By bad luck, unluckily.
Examples:
Unfortunately caught in a shower. Even more unfortunately. The treatments were done, but, unfortunately, were unsuccessful.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Negative.
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
Have a negative effect. A negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Cave.
A large hole in the side of a hill, cliff, mountain, or under the ground.
Examples:
Domiciliary caves. The mouth of the cave. Bats reside in sheltered caves.
Predator.
An animal whose natural behavior is to prey on others.
Examples:
Apex predator. Sexual predators. The native South American animals were in danger because of the predator's arrival.
Component.
One of several parts that combines with others to form something bigger.
Examples:
Key component. Spare components for cars. The researchers try to discover a common component in all types of successful organizations.
Anxiety.
A feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something that is happening or might happen in the future.
Examples:
Diagnosis of anxiety disorder. Anxiety for knowledge. She waited for her daughter with anxiety.
Depression.
A mental condition in which a person feels very unhappy and without hope for the future, a severe recession in an economy or market.
Examples:
The Great Depression. The root problem of her depression. Depression symptoms might include a decrease in appetite and weight loss.
Bias.
A strong feeling in favor of or against one group of people, an idea, or thing, often not based on fair judgment.
Examples:
Bias against a big company. Have a bias towards socialism. She researched gender bias in politics.
Accord.
An official agreement or treaty between two organizations, countries, etc. Verb, allow to have.
Examples:
Accord with public opinion. By national accord. The organization finally signed a peace accord.
Gratitude.
The quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness.
Examples:
A debt of gratitude. Feelings of gratitude. She expressed her gratitude towards the kind stranger who helped her.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Pray.
To make a request or petition to a higher power, especially in the form of a respectful or humble request.
Examples:
Pray devoutly. Pray for rain. She closed her eyes and prayed for strength to overcome difficult times.
Thanksgiving.
An annual holiday celebrated primarily in the United States and Canada, typically observed on the fourth Thursday in November in the U.S. and on the second Monday in October in Canada, that commemorates the giving of thanks for the blessings of the previous year.
Examples:
Thanksgiving traditions. Thanksgiving parade. My family gathers together every year for Thanksgiving dinner.
Agnostic.
A person who believes that it is impossible to know whether there is a God.
Examples:
Agnostic worldview. Agnostic position. Her scientific background led her to be agnostic about the existence of a higher power.
Cashier.
An employee responsible for handling transactions, such as payments or returns, in a store or other business.
Examples:
Cashier position. Bank cashier. After working as a cashier for a few years, she was promoted to a managerial position within the grocery store.
Adventure.
A journey or a series of events that is unusual, exciting, or dangerous.
Examples:
Gastronomic adventures. Adventure film. He sailed the Atlantic Ocean multiple times during his adventures.
Quest.
A long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
The quest for truth. On a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something. To come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Grant.
To agree to give or allow somebody.
Examples:
Grant a new license. Grant a land. The chairperson granted him the right to speak.
Pave.
To cover something with a hard, flat material such as stones, bricks, or concrete, to make it suitable for travel or use.
Examples:
Pave a new path. Pave a smoother road. They paved the courtyard with bricks, giving it a more polished appearance.
Asphalt.
A black, sticky substance that is used to surface roads, roofs, and other structures made from a mixture of sand, gravel, and a petroleum-based material called bitumen.
Examples:
Asphalt pavement. Asphalt driveway. The road crew was laying fresh asphalt on the highway.
Combine.
To join or merge to form a single thing or group.
Examples:
Combine chemically with another substance. Combine augmented reality. Hydrogen and oxygen combine to form water.
Shocking.
Extremely or surprisingly bad, or causing a strong emotional response such as surprise or disgust.
Examples:
Shocking response. Shocking revelation. The news of the accident was shocking and left many in shock.
Architect.
A person whose job is to design plans to be used in making something, such as buildings.
Examples:
Landscape architect. Architect of the peace accord. The building architect tried to build the house above the tree.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology, cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Miner.
A person who works in a mine equals excavation in the earth from which ores and minerals are extracted, especially one who extracts coal, minerals, or precious metals from the earth.
Examples:
Miner strike, minor industry. The coal miner worked tirelessly to extract valuable minerals from deep underground.
Herd.
A group of animals of the same type that live or are kept together as livestock.
Examples:
Herd of cattle. The common herd. He was riding herd on the sheep during the day.
Overwhelming.
Very great or intense, so powerful that you cannot fight or react against it.
Examples:
Overwhelming majority. An overwhelming victory. He has shown signs of uneasiness and overwhelming worry.
Opposed.
Being completely different from something or disagreeing strongly with something.
Examples:
Two opposed characters. Absolutely opposed to abortion. I'm strongly opposed to that plan.
Astound.
To surprise or shock someone with wonder very much.
Examples:
Astound everyone. Astound the viewer. The final result was nothing short of astounding.
Interconnect.
To connect similar things.
Examples:
Directly interconnect with those systems. Human activities interconnect with the environment. Our system can now interconnect with other databases.
Trail.
A path or track roughly through a countryside, mountain, or forest area, often made or used for a particular purpose. Verb, to lag or linger behind.
Examples:
A warm trail. Follow the trail. The storm left a trail of destruction behind it.
Barista.
A person who works in a coffee shop or cafe, typically making and serving coffee and other hot beverages.
Examples:
Barista skills. Professional barista. The barista at my favorite coffee shop always makes the perfect latte.
Upbeat.
Positive, optimistic, or enthusiastic in attitude or outlook, having a lively or energetic rhythm or tempo, especially in music.
Examples:
Upbeat attitude. Remain upbeat about the future. The upbeat music helped to lift her spirits and put her in a good mood.
Enthusiastic.
Having or showing great excitement, interest, or eagerness, energetic or passionate about something.
Examples:
Enthusiastic football fan. Enthusiastic audience. She was enthusiastic about starting her new job.
Encounter.
To face something, particularly something unpleasant or difficult, while attempting to do something else, to meet, especially unexpectedly.
Examples:
Encounter a crisis. Encounter a storm. I'm prepared to encounter challenges throughout this adventure.
Caffeine.
A stimulant drug that is found in coffee, tea, and other beverages, and that is used to increase alertness and improve mental and physical performance.
Examples:
Caffeine intake. Coffee with the caffeine removed. She experienced headaches and fatigue as symptoms of caffeine withdrawal after quitting coffee.
Yell.
To shout in a sudden and loud way.
Examples:
Yell for help. Yell as loud as we can. When I asked my father for more money, he became furious and yelled at me.
Whip.
To hit a person or an animal severely with a thin, flexible stick with a cord or leather thong at the end, as a punishment, discipline, etc.
Examples:
Whip egg whites. Whip into shape. The jockey whipped the horse hard to take first place.
Infinite.
Unlimited or very great, impossible to measure.
Examples:
Infinite appetite. Infinite in supply. The battle had an infinite impact on the nation.
Loop.
A shape like a curve or a circle made by something long and thin, such as a piece of string, that bends round and crosses itself.
Examples:
Exit from a loop. Positive feedback loop. Many people in this city use the loop railway for transportation.
Vend.
To sell or offer for sale, especially as a street vendor or in a small shop.
Examples:
Vend souvenirs. Vend delicious meals. The local vendor was able to vend all of his fresh produce by the end of the day.
Creditor.
A person, company, etc., to whom a debtor owes money.
Examples:
The creditor's claims. Bankrupt creditor. I asked the lawyer to initiate creditor negotiations for voluntary liquidation.
Pledge.
To make a formal promise to give or do something.
Examples:
Pledge my fidelity. Pledge military assistance. At this ceremony, we will pledge allegiance to the country's flag.
Aspiration.
A strong desire to achieve something, the action or process of drawing breath.
Examples:
No aspiration for fame. Aspiration into the lungs. He has an aspiration to become a doctor.
Embarrass.
To cause someone to feel awkward, worried, or ashamed.
Examples:
Embarrass political enemy. Embarrass my project. He looked for an opportunity to embarrass that actor in public.
Dirt.
Soil, dust, or any substance that makes a surface not clean, the part of the Earth's surface consisting of humus and disintegrated rock.
Examples:
Dirt road. Dirt track. The garden was filled with dirt and needed to be tilled before planting.
Fertilizer.
A natural or chemical substance added to soil to make plants grow more successfully.
Examples:
A chemical fertilizer. Non-synthetic fertilizer. Nitrogen fixation by the Haber-Bosch method leads to the mass production of fertilizers.
Ritual.
Any customary observance or practice, any prescribed procedure for conducting religious ceremonies.
Examples:
A ritual dance. Morning ritual. The woman of the house does the holy ritual of lighting 2 candles.
Dip.
To put something into a liquid for a short time and take it out again.
Examples:
Dip a pen in ink. Dip a chip in the sauce. Please dip up a bucket full of water from the well.
Slurp.
To eat, drink, or consume with a loud or messy sucking noise. To make a loud or messy sucking noise while eating, drinking, or consuming.
Examples:
Slurp tea. Slurp noodles. The child couldn't resist slurping her soup loudly at the dinner table.
Cartoon.
A simple drawing depicting a humorous or critical situation, often accompanied by a caption.
Examples:
Cartoon character. Cartoon industry. He spent his afternoon watching cartoon movies on TV.
Spray.
A fine mist of liquid that is dispersed into the air. Flower arrangement consisting of a single branch or shoot bearing flowers and foliage.
Examples:
A spray of mist. An insect spray. The artist used a spray paint can to create a graffiti mural on the wall.
Bud.
A small swelling on a plant stem or twig containing an undeveloped shoot.
Examples:
Pinch off a bud. Bud grafting. The flower was starting to show its bud and would soon bloom into a beautiful blossom.
Cheek.
Either side of the face below the eye and between the nose and the jaw.
Examples:
Cheekbone. Hollowed out cheek. He gently touched her apple-red cheek and whispered that he loved her.
Soil.
The top layer of earth in which plants grow.
Examples:
Soils retentive of moisture. Parched soil. Soil moisture is another significant component controlling soil respiration.
Maple.
A tall tree with 5 pointed leaves that turn brilliant crimson or yellow in the fall that grows in the northern region.
Examples:
Maple tree. Drizzle of maple syrup. The national emblem of Canada is a maple leaf.
Syrup.
A sweet, thick liquid made by dissolving sugar in water, often flavored with fruit, spices, or other ingredients.
Examples:
Maple syrup. Syrup bottle. She mixed the syrup with water to make a sweet drink.
Sip.
To drink a liquid by taking small mouthfuls. Noun, a small drink.
Examples:
Sip a drink. Take a sip of beer. He sipped his tea slowly, savoring the taste.
Inspire.
To make somebody feel with a desire, confidence, or enthusiasm, especially to do something creative.
Examples:
Inspire a feeling of curiosity. Inspire him to write a novel. The unique style of this martial arts inspired many action film producers.
Tongue.
A movable mass of muscle tissue covered with mucous membrane that is in the mouth, a language.
Examples:
Native tongue. Tongue cancer. The tongue is boneless, but it is as strong as bones.
Spare.
Additional to what is necessary for ordinary use, verb, to give time, money, space, etc. to someone.
Examples:
Spare parts. Spare cost. I made plans to spend my spare time beneficially.
Acidity.
The level of acid content in a substance or environment, the quality of being sour or tart, sharpness or harshness in taste or manner.
Examples:
High acidity level. The acidity of the wine. The soil's acidity was too high for the plants to grow correctly.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Blur.
A faint or indistinct image or sound, something that is not clear or distinct. Verb, to become unclear, to lose clear vision.
Examples:
blur image, motion blur. The camera's focus was off, and the image was a blur of colors and shapes.
Masterpiece.
A work of art that is exceptionally good or highly skilled, an outstanding achievement.
Examples:
literary masterpiece, masterpiece painting. The painting is considered an absolute masterpiece of the Renaissance period.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
conversation in English, a friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples:
the invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Lid.
A removable or hinged cover for the top of a container.
Examples:
container lid, the lid of a box. He opened the lid of the jar to reveal the contents inside.
Approximately.
Close to a specific number or time, but not exactly that number or time.
Examples:
approximately 3 feet long. Approximately same. This trail takes approximately 2.5 hours.
Sweat.
The salty liquid that is produced by the glands in the skin, especially when the body is hot or under stress.
Examples:
all in a sweat. Sweat bath. She wiped the sweat off her forehead with a towel.
Ruin.
To damage, spoil, or demolish something. Noun, an unrecoverable state of devastation and destruction.
Examples:
ruin the plan. Ruin the reputation. He knocked over the red wine and ruined the tablecloth.
Aroma.
A distinctive, usually pleasant smell, often of a specific food, plant, or object.
Examples:
aromatherapy. Coffee aroma. The aroma of freshly baked bread filled the kitchen.
Innovative.
Introducing or using new methods, ideas, etc.
Examples:
use of innovative technology. Stylistically innovative works. The Prime Minister stressed the need to create innovative industries.
Musky.
Having a strong, earthy smell that is often reminiscent of musk or moss.
Examples:
musky aroma. Musky perfume. The musky scent of the old book filled the air of the dusty library.
Upside.
The positive aspect or potential of something, the upper side of something.
Examples:
Have no upside. Market upside. Many people see the upside of traveling as an opportunity to experience new cultures and broaden their horizons.
Hexagon.
A six-sided polygon with 6 angles and 6 sides of equal length.
Examples:
Hexagon head bolt. Hexagon pattern. The honeycomb structure of a beehive is made up of hexagons.
Maximum.
The largest or greatest amount or value attainable or attained.
Examples:
Maximum limit. The maximum speed. The maximum temperature recorded this summer was higher than average.
Delight.
A feeling of great pleasure or happiness.
Examples:
A tremor of delight. With delight. The delight on the child's faces when they received the toy was priceless.
Indentation.
A cut, gap, or mark on the surface of something, the space left between the margin and the start of an indented line.
Examples:
A broad indentation of the gulf. Automatic indentation. Archaeologists found a slight indentation in the middle of the lower jawbone on a bone excavated from that historic site.
Thumb.
The short, thick digit of the hand next to the index finger. Verb, to travel by getting free rides from motorists.
Examples:
Thumb wrestling. Thumb a ride. He used his right thumb to press the button on his phone.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Largely.
Virtually entirely, to a large degree.
Examples:
Largely accepted. Largely mitigate the issue. Nevada is largely a desert state.
Invisible.
Impossible or nearly impossible to see.
Examples:
An invisible asset. Invisible stars. The phenomenon is invisible at optical wavelengths.
Tap.
To hit someone or something quickly, gently, and often repeatedly, to use existing resources such as energy, knowledge, etc.
Examples:
Tap a new market. Tap keyboard with an index finger. To expand the company, We must tap new human resources.
Enrich.
To make better or improve in quality by adding something else.
Examples:
Enrich a gas with a balloon. Enrich public services. Reading not only increases knowledge, but also enriches life.
Fake.
Not genuine, fraudulent, or counterfeit.
Examples:
Fake police officer. Spread of fake news. The Prime Minister was not well prepared for the debate and faked it.
Frenzy.
A state of wild, uncontrolled excitement or activity, often characterized by chaotic or irrational behavior.
Examples:
Frenzy of activity. Buying frenzy. The shoppers were frenzied to get the best deals on Black Friday.
Pyramid.
A polyhedron having a polygonal base and triangular sides with a common vertex, a massive monument with a square base and 4 triangular sides, begun by Cheops around 2700 BC as royal tombs in ancient Egypt.
Examples:
Pyramid architecture. A truncated pyramid. The Egyptian pyramids consist of a vast number of blocks.
Scheme.
An organized and often large-scale plan or arrangement for doing something.
Examples:
A pilot scheme. Draw out a scheme. They carefully executed the well-planned scheme they had prepared over the years.
Surprisingly.
In a way that causes amazement or wonder.
Examples:
Surprisingly advanced culture. Have surprisingly little effect. The exam was surprisingly tricky for everyone.
Pest.
A destructive insect or other animals that are harmful to crops, animals, or humans, someone or something that is annoying or troublesome.
Examples:
Pest control. A pest of bean plants. The gardener used natural methods to keep pests away from her plants.
Warehouse.
A large building for storing goods and merchandise, especially before they are sold, used, or sent out to shops.
Examples:
A rental warehouse. Warehouse debt. The fire ruined all the food stored in the warehouse.
Bug.
Any tiny insect, a fault or defect in a computer program, system, or machine.
Examples:
Bug bites. Number of bug fixes. I found a stink bug crawling across the ceiling.
Crank.
A mechanical device that converts rotary motion into linear motion or vice versa, an eccentric or unpredictable person.
Examples:
Crank handle. Crank collar. The fishing reel had a crank that made it easy to reel in the catch.
Default.
To fail to fulfill an obligation or pay a debt when it is due, to fail to meet expectations or perform as required, to choose or accept a predetermined option or condition without making a deliberate selection or choice. Noun, a failure to fulfill an obligation or to meet a requirement, the preset or automatic settings that a system or program uses when the user has selected no other options.
Examples:
Default settings. Default on the mortgage. If you don't specify a different option, the computer will default to its original settings.
Mood.
The way you feel at a particular time, an angry or impatient state of mind.
Examples:
The mood in a room. In an ugly mood. His gaffe spoiled the mood of the dinner party.
Grumpy.
Easily annoyed or irritable, inclined to complain or show dissatisfaction, often in an ill-tempered way.
Examples:
Grumpy cat. Grumpy mood. The grumpy older man snapped at the children for playing too loudly.
Grateful.
Feeling or showing an appreciation of kindness, thankful.
Examples:
A grateful breeze. Put a grateful expression. She was grateful for the help he provided.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Degree.
A unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment.
Examples:
Bachelor's degree. Degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university.
Curve.
A bend or angle in a line or surface that deviates from a straight or flat path, a gradual or smooth change in direction or shape.
Examples:
Learning curve. Yield curve. The curve in the road was so sharp that I had to slow down to navigate it safely.
Cliff.
A steep rock face, especially one at the edge of the sea or a river.
Examples:
A bold cliff. Cliff diving. He stood at the edge of the cliff and looked out to sea.
Hairpin.
A U-shaped or V-shaped piece of metal, plastic, or other material used for securing or holding hair in place. A sharp bend or curve in a road, often a hairpin turn, where the direction changes abruptly and sharply.
Examples:
Hairpin clip. Hairpin curve. She carefully navigated her way around the hairpin turns on the mountain road.
Terrify.
To frighten someone very much.
Examples:
Terrify people. The threats terrify him. It would be best not to terrify your associates into doing complex tasks.
Fair trade.
A movement that promotes fair payment and working conditions for producers in developing nations, typically in the context of international trade.
Examples:
Support fair trade practices. Fair trade bananas. I always try to buy fair trade coffee to support ethical farming practices.
Pickup.
A type of vehicle with an open-air cargo bed at the back used for transporting goods or equipment, the act of collecting or gathering someone or something from a particular location, a warrant to take someone into custody.
Examples:
Pickup truck. Pickup and delivery service. I'll be waiting for you in front of the cafe at 6 p.m., so be on time for our pickup.
Export.
To send goods or services to another country for sale, to transfer electronic data out of a database or document in a format that other programs can use.
Examples:
Export goods. Export the data. The country exports a large amount of agricultural products.
Steel.
A strong metal alloy made up of iron with typically a few tenths of a % of carbon used for making things that need a strong structure.
Examples:
Magnetic steel. Steel beam. This bridge is the third largest steel bridge in the world.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Downside.
The negative aspects or consequences of something, the potential for loss or failure.
Examples:
Major downside. Downside of globalization. The downside of the new policy was that it would be more expensive for customers.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Improve.
To make or become better.
Examples:
Improve a process. Improve the test score. We want to improve ties between our two countries.
Poverty.
The condition of being extremely poor.
Examples:
Poverty alleviation. The cycle of poverty. Many studies have investigated the relationship between poverty and academic achievement.
Resist.
To refuse to accept something and attempt to prevent it from happening.
Examples:
resist temptation. Resist being kissed. I chose to resist cancer by trying every possible treatment.
Temptation.
The desire to do or have something that you know you should not do or have, the act of influencing by exciting hope or desire.
Examples:
withstand temptation. Many temptations. Researchers often succumb to the temptation of accolades and commit research misconduct.
Retreat.
The act of moving back or withdrawing from a position or situation, a period of rest or relaxation away from work or everyday life.
Examples:
retreat deeper into their territory. Retreat in a mountain region. Many people go on a retreat to recharge and reconnect with themselves.
Silo.
A tall, cylindrical structure, usually made of concrete or steel, that is used for storing grain, feed, or other dry materials, a system or structure that is isolated or separate from others.
Examples:
nuclear silo. Silo organization. The farmer used a silo to store feed for the animals.
Upsurge.
A sudden and significant increase, a rise, or surge in something, especially in intensity or frequency.
Examples:
population upsurge. An upsurge of emotion. The country saw an upsurge in tourism after the new airport was built.
Isolation.
The condition of being alone or lonely, the act or state of separation between persons or groups.
Examples:
isolation booth. The country's isolation. That incident led to his isolation.
Jingoistic.
Characterized by extreme patriotism and aggressive foreign policy, advocating for the use of military force or aggressive action to advance national interests.
Examples:
jingoistic fervor. Jingoistic attitudes. The jingoistic rhetoric of the political candidate was unsettling to many.
Spark.
To start something or make it grow, especially suddenly, to emit a tiny piece of fire or electricity.
Examples:
spark his interest. Spark a chain reaction. The bankruptcy of the giant conglomerate sparked turmoil in the stock market.
Complacent.
Satisfied with the status quo and not wishing to make changes.
Examples:
complacent attitude. Complacent with past successes. He became complacent in his job and stopped trying to improve.
Opposition.
The act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples.
Opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Bastardize.
To alter, modify, or degrade something in a way that undermines or violates its original integrity or quality, to create a less authentic or less desirable version of something.
Examples.
Bastardize a recipe. Bastardize culture. We do not want to bastardize the text's original meaning through poor translations.
Exploitation.
The process of making some area of land or water more profitable or productive or useful.
Examples.
Sexual exploitation. The exploitation of fossil resources. Strategic exploitation of cutting-edge technology would be a sure formula for success.
Chain.
A series of connected links or objects, a system or group of interconnected elements, a restraint or shackle.
Examples.
Chain reaction. Supply chain. The chain on my bike broke, leaving me stranded.
Reservoir.
A natural or artificial lake used to store water for community use, a large or extra supply of something.
Examples.
A reservoir of facts. Water reservoir. The machine pumps up crude oil from a deep underground reservoir.
Miracle.
An act or occurrence that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws, and is therefore believed to be caused by God.
Examples.
Miracle person. Economic miracle. The doctor said that her recovery was a miracle.
Lever.
A handle used to operate a vehicle or a machine, a rigid bar resting on a pivot so that one end of it can be pushed or pulled easily.
Examples.
A gear change lever. Lever for reform. This initiative will be a lever for increasing company sales.
Luxury.
A state of great comfort or sophistication, mainly provided by expensive and beautiful things.
Examples.
Get into the luxury car market. Luxury hotel. His anti-luxury practices were quite strict.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples.
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Committee.
A group of people appointed or elected to perform a specific function or manage a particular task, often within a larger organization.
Examples:
Committee meeting. Committee member. The ad hoc committee met to discuss the proposal.
Encourage.
To give someone support, confidence, or hope, to persuade someone to do or continue to do something by making it easier for them and making them believe it is a good thing to do.
Examples:
Encourage a sense of affinity. Encourage antisocial behavior. They encouraged customers with a premium for loyal patronage.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Bulb.
A rounded underground storage organ of some plants from which the plant grows. The rounded part of a cylindrical structure. Electric lamp consisting of a glass ball.
Examples:
Wet bulb thermometer. A lily bulb. The light bulb has burned out.
Gesture.
A movement of the hands, head, or face that express a particular meaning.
Examples:
Gesture of goodwill. Hand gesture. She made a facial gesture to express disagreement.
Logo.
A symbol or design that represents a company, organization, or product used on packaging, advertisements, and other materials.
Examples:
Logo design. Brand logo. The company's logo was on the side of the building.
Mindset.
The established set of attitudes or fixed ideas held by someone.
Examples:
Flexible mindset. The mindset in an education system. Countries whose goal is economic development often focus on fostering an entrepreneurial mindset in each individual.
Fabric.
Cloth or other material produced by weaving wool, cotton, silk, etc., used for making clothes, covering furniture, etc.
Examples:
A hand-loomed fabric. Fabric of creation. These synthetic fabrics are used in military vests because of their excellent abrasion resistance.
Microphone.
A device that converts sound into an electrical signal used for recording sounds or making the voice louder.
Examples:
Microphone cable. Built-in microphone. The interviewer asked him to speak into the microphone.